This is Nathan from the ebookreader.com. For this video review, I've got the new Cruz reader tablet. So this is going to be a little confusing for some because the other Cruz reader, they're pretty much exactly the same. This one is the newer version. What makes it mostly different is it has a capacitive touchscreen. So the touchscreen does work better. It's not a really good capacitive touchscreen like the new color. It's not as good as that one, but it definitely works better than the resistive screens. The other main thing that separates this one from the other Cruz reader is this one has the Kindle app pre-installed on it. So you can get your Kindle books on here. Let me show you real quick how this works. It's just the regular Kindle for Android application. One thing I've noticed about this device is it is a little buggy. It does seem to be a little more unstable than similar devices like the Pen Digital Novel and the Pocketbook IQ. A lot of apps won't install for some reason. I'll show you here in a minute. And sometimes, like you saw, it just force closes stuff. So the Kindle app, you have some good features actually. If you hold down, you can add notes, highlights. The notes pops up the keyboard. And then if you want to look up the dictionary, same deal, you can highlight too. Or you can drag the, if you want to get highlight the whole line, you drag those arrows around. And if you want to look up stuff on the dictionary, you hit this, and it opens dictionary.com. You can also search Wikipedia. So the main thing about the Cruz reader is it doesn't have hardware buttons. It has these soft buttons up here. It's kind of hard for me at this angle. So that does take some getting used to because you kind of need to use your left hand since they're up here in the top left corner to do all your menus and go home and stuff like that. It pops up this stuff. So as far as the other features on the Kindle app, you can change the background color. And so once you open this, obviously your menu stuff goes away. You tap in the center to bring it up. That brings that up, and then you hit the menu button to get these other viewing options. You can go to page, add bookmarks, and then there's the different text sizes. Different backgrounds for reading at night. That's the black ones for reading at night. You got the brightness adjuster. Okay, so let's go back. I'll show you some other stuff here. Like I said, it comes pre-installed with that Kindle app. You can also install other apps. So it has the Cruz Market on here. You're allowed to install third-party apps without any hacks or anything. The Cruz Market's pretty limited. What it does is it opens up your browser. So I have the Dolphin HD browser installed. I tend to like it a little better than a lot better actually than the stock browser. So because with the Dolphin browser you have these different tabs. I'm at an odd angle here, it's kind of hard to hit these. So yeah, there's a bunch of different features. You got your bookmarks over here. So you can see scrolling is not exactly smooth. Here we go. Some apps it is, some apps it isn't. Of course I have like 20 things open right now. Let me show you here. So like then with the capacitive screen, one added feature is you get pinch to zoom. Or one thing I like about the Dolphin browser is you can use the volume buttons to scroll. Because scrolling isn't exactly super smooth. Okay, so back to the Cruz Market here. So like you said, you get the Cruz Market. You can download some apps from here. There's also links for other app stores, the And App Store, and some other one here. And notice the thing with the Cruz, like I was saying, a couple apps won't install. Actually I have that app installed fine. It's one of my favorite apps is the FB Reader app, and it's actually in the Cruz store, so you'd think it would work, but for some reason it does not install. So this is how let me show you folks how to install apps. It's really easy. You just download it like so. Even if you're using the other browser, it'll essentially show the same thing. You'll have it download, and then once it's completed like it is, just tap on that to prompt the package installer. Like I said, this one, for some reason it won't install. It just says not installed, and that's it. So let's go back to the home menu. So the Kindle app will read the Kindle books. You can also load in DRM-free PRC and I think Mobi as well into the folder, and they'll show up in the app. So these are some of the other apps you get with it's the pre-installed apps. You got Napster, email. Like I said, the Cruise Market. Okay, so you got calendar apps. Astro, you guys need to get familiar with Astro when you first set this up, because that's how you access your SD card and whatnot. You need to find the one that says SD card, and you can access, like, say, your ebooks. If you have apps on here, so if you want to go to my site and download this Android reading apps, you'll have this, and then to just install, you just tap on the icons. Let me show you some PDF. So it uses this Office Suite program for PDFs. So the functionality is pretty basic. What it does is it loads each page, and the most annoying thing is it doesn't save the page. So if you leave the app without closing it and come back to it, the page will be saved. But if you close the app and then come back, it starts it up to the beginning every time. So there's not really any advanced features or anything. Let me show you here. You got go to pages, zoom, and yeah, that's about it. Let's see if hyperlinks work. I don't think they do. Okay, so then you can use those buttons to zoom, or you can, like I said, use pinch to zoom. And then of course there's landscape mode as well. So that's some PDFs. Like I said, you can install other apps. I have some over here. So these ones seem to work well, except for the Kobo app. It's kind of buggy. It seems to work sometimes. Border apps works well. These ones do work well. So if you want to add more apps to your screen like this, what you do is you come into your app drawer and you just hold down, drag it to where you want. So these ones I got to work. Like I said, I couldn't get some to work, like the FB Reader. Couldn't get a lot of the other ones. The Adobe PDF Reader, couldn't get that to work. So this is for comics. Of course, with the color touchscreen, the comics are a big draw. This app reads CBR and CBZ, I think, as well as zip files. So, like you see, you can turn pages with these buttons down here. Okay, so let's get out of here. So the Aldeco app reads EPUBs. It's a lot like FB Reader, actually, so it's really not a big deal that FB Reader doesn't work, but I kind of like it better. So with this app, you can adjust brightness by going up and down the screen right here. Turn pages. Another cool thing about this app is you can use the volume buttons to turn pages. So then you got the news apps. Just some of the things you can do with this type of device. I couldn't get YouTube to work. I got the YouTube app to install, but the videos would not play right. Some other apps I have over here. So there's another app store you can get through the Cruise Market. It's called the App Store right there. There's some games. There's this notepads in the App Store. It's a pretty basic notepad, but it works pretty good. You just, as you would expect, type in notes on the keyboard. Like I said, you got the internet browsers. There's some other internet browsers as well. Skyfire. I have not tried them. I tried installing Opera Mini. It would not install. Like I said, it seems for some reason about half the apps I tried will not install for some reason. Otherwise, it seems to be pretty decent. I mean, like I said, there's a couple. Sometimes it will shut down, like force close some apps for no reason. So one thing you're going to want to get is this. This was in their app store. I usually use the other one, and App Killer. I can't remember what it's called, but so you're going to want to use this because the thing with Android is whenever you open something, it keeps everything running. So with like one of these things, you can kill your tasks and then free up some space. Okay, so like I was saying, videos play nice and smooth on this. It's got the 4:3 display, so it's not exactly the best setup for videos, but they do play smoothly. Can't remember which way it goes. Okay, that way.
Yes, nothing but the best for you, darling.
To take different paths.
Can we keep it?
One would be cheer.
So yeah, that's one thing that video playing, something you really want, then this is a better choice than the Pan Digital Novel or the Pocketbook IQ, because it does play video smoother, which doesn't make sense because it doesn't exactly scroll smoother or do anything else smoother, like go any faster anywhere else. But yeah, it definitely plays video better. Like I said, you can set up your email, then you get push notifications, so it tells you up here when you get emails. That about wraps up this Cruz Reader review. Check out the ebookreader.com. I'll have some links to some resources for other links for apps and such stuff like that. So check out the ebookreader.com, and thanks for watching.